Hey, man. Say, man. Welcome back to the motherfucking show, man. The Born Again Believers motherfucking show, man. Look here. Today's show dedicated to you white folks out there, man. You say you don't see no color. You say you fuck with us. You say, that's my friend. That's my brother. We're going to see if you're going to have that same train of thought by the end of this discussion right here. What it do, man? What's up, the mayor?
Yeah.
The mayor, Superior G. All I do is win. That's his new name. All I do is win. AKA Superior G. AKA the mayor. AKA all I do is win. How many times y'all heard this nigga lose? And so,
Yeah, Scott Double's food team. We in first place.
hey,
Second week in a row. Just started. See, just started. We already started off number one.
hey, hold on. You're probably gonna have to say that a little louder for the mic to pick you up clear. Say that one more time. Hey, all I do is win. Y'all gonna see.
Yeah, we had a pool game, a Scott Double's game yesterday. And we first place second week in a row. The season just started, so we want to stay there.
Damn. So you shooting pool?
The fourth-ranked team yesterday beat the hell out of them dudes.
I don't think y'all understand the magnitude of the dude that y'all here talking on the phone right now, man. Look, man, this man is like the ultimate hustler. This man is getting to it. Plus, he get paid to kick ass. And now he is superior at billiards, shooting pool, man. Shooting pool. Hey, this for my dad. If he out there, man. Outside of Mr. Lunny, I think my man might be the one to take you down. You think you top tier competitive with that stick? Pause.
Man, I'm a ninja with that damn stick.
Yo. Yo, one day we're gonna go to the crib.
Shit, I'm team captain.
Damn.
Of the single team, I'm co-captain of the doubles team.
Okay.
Single team, we ain't doing it well. We ain't win a game yet.
Singles team need a little bit of work, but on the cold, where where you have what, two on each side?
Well, I think we got what, 2 losses and 1 tie. So we got the tie. So now all we can do is win.
On the doubles?
Go up.
On the doubles game?
No. Doubles game, we already number 1. This is for the singles.
Okay. So yesterday, what did you do? Did you win a single game or did you win a double game?
Monday nights is doubles. Thursday nights is singles.
Okay. Hey, man, if y'all in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, man, and want to get up on some good wrestling, I'm talking about like WWE style wrestling. If you want to get in on some good pool, billiards, if y'all want to get down at a bar, get at us on IG, man. The Born Again Believers MF. At the Born Again Believers MF. Also, while I got it on my mind fresh, click like, click the share, man. Hit the bell, man, so you can know when we in this motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
Do all that good stuff, please. So, like I said, man, shout out to you, Victory, man. Man, this man need a gold medal. This nigga be winning. And he living life, y'all. Like, some are still in a rat race of life, you know what I'm saying? Getting up and doing the cycle. This This man is multitasking and living life at the same time, man.
Shit, they just called me to do a show up at State College this weekend.
It's going down. So
That's,
check.
That's Saturday. But Sunday I gotta go to Philly. I'm supposed to be on my brother's podcast. They got a married woman podcast. Black married man.
I'm looking a little rough on the face, man. I'm looking a little rough on my. Look at that fat ass. Look at that tall ass mustache, man. I'm trying to let everything come on in, man. You know, before the season change, man. I'm trying to look a little rugged this fall.
I've been growing my beard since January.
I'm trying to show a little taco meat on my face. Yeah. Look, man. Today's subject is gonna be goddamn simple, man. We're gonna talk about one white man that's in history that get no hat tip hardly. He don't get honored in no type of way. If you try to search him out online, you're gonna find bare minimal information on him. But in a nutshell, this nigga, man, I call him white boy nigga. Hey, this nigga, was, down for the cause. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where he was like, look, man, we need to set up this raid and set it off, man, and get y'all shit right for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? So, today, we talking about the brother that was down for the brothers that went out just like the brothers. You know what I'm saying? And be on the gangster tip, he went out like a G, especially through his last words. I can't wait till we get to that part. But today's show dedicated to that nigga named John Brown.
Yes, sir.
Hey, he was invited to the picnic and never left. So goddamn, we gonna just keep calling him a nigga today. That nigga, but no, he white now. He white. So John Brown. Shout out to the 90s, man. Gin and Juice.
Yes, sir. Taking my shot of my water. H2 high quality H2O.
Superior G got blasted last night, so he on the water today, y'all. John Brown.
Taking a break today.
Ooh, we about to break it down about John Brown. Any of y'all know about John Brown, man? Leave a comment. Let us know. So, I'm Googling for this motherfucker for the most information that I can find online because, like I said, you can get you a handful of dirt and toss that, and that's about how much information they had on him online in the majority of the motherfucking sites. But I stumbled up on a Smithsonian magazine site, and they had a article in there called the John Brown's Day of Reckoning. That mean the day that he got some straightening. Yeah, his day of reckoning, the day he got some straightening. And if you ain't got nothing, my brother, I'll dig into this, man, and turn it up along the way.
Yeah. That's what we're talking about. There are some white people, that was down with the cause. He ain't the only one. But, they don't talk about him in history because they want to talk about the traders and, make statues out of them dudes.
Yo, I hope y'all don't jump ship after this shit. If you down, stay down. Stay all the way down. Go all the way down. Stay down. So, John Brown's Day of Reckoning. The abolitionists' bloody raid on a federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry 150 years plus ago, set the stage for the Civil War. So what this man did basically was the last straw. But they was like, fuck this shit. This what y'all want. It's going down. The Civil War is about to pop off just because he ran up on Harper's Ferry, they just decided that this is what's finna set off the Civil War. So it says Harper's Ferry, Virginia. Right? Pay attention. Are you really down? Harper's Ferry, Virginia lay sleeping on the night of October 16, 1859, as 19 heavily armed men stole down mist-shrouded bluffs along the Potomac River where it joins the Shenandoah. Their leader was a rail-thin 59-year-old man with a shock of graying hair and penetrating steel gray eyes. His name was John Brown. Look how they made him sound like a man of steel. Let me keep sliding. Some of those who strolled across a covered railway bridge from Maryland into Virginia were California boys. Others were seasoned veterans of the guerrilla war in disputed Kansas. Among them were Brown's youngest sons, Watson and Oliver. And guess what? if my memory serves me correct, Watson and Oliver got fucked up before their daddy got fucked up.
Yeah.
And I think he witnessed that shit. If I'm not mistaken, but I'm sure this is going to break it down. It says, among them were Brown's youngest sons, Watson and Oliver, a fugitive slave from Charleston, South Carolina, an African-American student at Oberlin College, a pair of Quaker brothers from Iowa who had abandoned their pacifist beliefs to follow Brown, a former slave from Virginia, and men from Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. They had come to Harper's Ferry to make war on slavery. These motherfuckers had enough and said, fuck it, let's go. I guess the first one in arm's reach. Let's pop off. Let's pop off. That's where I'm at right now, man. Hey, man. That's where I'm at right now. Let's pop off. I know who the enemy is, too. And if I remember by the end of this conversation, I might go on and say it. I know who the enemy is. I know the head of the snake. Who gonna pop off? Who want for pop off? How about that one? Yeah. Who gonna pop off? So.
There ain't no statues of him.
No, ain't no statues of John Brown. It say the raid that Sunday night would be the most daring instance on record of white men entering a southern state to incite a slave rebellion. Pop off. Went down there strapped with a plan. First set we roll up on pop off. That's probably what we're going to call this show today, Pop Off. Not Peter Pop Off. Pop Off.
If I'm mistaken, I think John Brown is the founder of Dickinson College up there. There's a real big college here. It's like I'm right around the corner from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was reading his book. I think I told you about my old head. I used to work at the pawn shop with that died at the age of 87 and shit. He always had books on him. He always had books. He always had papers and shit with laws and shit on them. So one of these books he had is called Black History of Pennsylvania. And it goes through every city in Pennsylvania of the Black history. So I looked up Carlisle and I looked up Philly. When I found out Philly was used to be the capital of the country. You know what I mean? As opposed to the state capital. like this is also one of the stops of the Underground Railroad too. Hope Station is right around the corner at the park, and shit. Actually, right across the street from where I shoot pool at.
Damn.
It's called Hope Station. It's a railroad station, but they turned it into like community type thing now and shit. But like the train still go back and forth and shit, Conrail and shit. But I mean, trains still go through there.
No tunnels.
And found out about John Brown, and they said they killed him. I said, damn.
No tunnels. No tunnels left.
Yeah, the founder it's called Dickinson College. It's a law school.
No, I said tunnels like for the Underground Railroad.
Shit, my house is built by old cellars and everything. Like these are old historic houses and shit that's around this part where I live at.
Yeah.
Yeah, they historical and shit. So like all the cellars is like stone and shit. But like you can find some artifacts and shit. Like I found one of them old railroad nails and shit.
Shit long as hell. Shit long as hell and weigh about 3 or 4 pounds.
It was like that and shit. It was rusty. But that motherfucker, that shit was right in my backyard buried.
Damn.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, see, like they got beams and shit that hold these houses up and shit. So you can't really do too much to the house and shit if you don't know what parts is holding the house up. You have to go to the courthouse and grab one of them blueprints and shit.
Yo, our shop that caught on fire was a historic house. You know what I'm saying? So that house still sitting there in the same condition it was after it burned down. They can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? Unless they cash in on it, but they can't tear the building down because it's historic.
That's why I want to get me another house because I can't really do too much with this one and shit. Like I want to put a bar in here, I want to put a hot tub in here, pool table, all that shit.
I'm telling you.
But I would have to take out some walls and shit.
I'm building a club on the back of my home, nigga. That's what I'm gonna do. So whenever I have people come down here to visit, we ain't going out to get none of that fucked up ass COVID or monkeypox. We're gonna go right from the safe haven of my home right into the back of the home, where there's another add-on, where we can boogie on down right there. With a bar and TVs and music and speakers and you name it, all in there, couches, chairs, everything. Yeah. Needs all that. My daddy got that shit at his house, man. That's one thing I want to carry on from him. Build me a club on the back of my house. A little, what they call that shit, a little hole in the wall.
You saw my backyard before.
But you can't do nothing with that. That's historic. Yeah. So, Mr. Brown came down across the Mason-Dixon line with the whole mind frame of fucking some shit up to break up some slaves. Shout out to him. It says, in military terms, well, let's go back. The raid that Sunday night would be the most daring instance on record of white men entering a southern state to incite a slave rebellion. In military terms, it was barely a skirmish, but the incident electrified the nation. It also created in John Brown a figure who, after a century and a half, remains one of the most emotive touchstones of our racial history. Bro, as soon as that shit probably hit the nation and the nation rose up on that shit, he was immediately a dead man walking. It was just going to be a matter of time before the government sniffed his ass out. He was a dead man walking. You going against the crown, and we don't even realize that shit. You going against the established order of the crown when you buck.
Yeah, he had an agenda.
Are y'all hearing me, man? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Y'all better pay attention, man, and learn who your enemy is, man. Don't let the last few sentences go over your head, motherfucker. Yeah, man, but when you buck the system, man, you going against the crown and the established order for this piece of the world. Like, each piece of the world has a different set of rules to, flow by that is programmed into us as a certain lifestyle and way of life. When you buck that shit, nigga, and you able to cause people to get up by the draw, you a dead man walking. Now, I'm gonna say this, Charles. Do something right, man.
Yeah, we know some of y'all out there.
Do something right, man.
It's something. It ain't enough of y'all, but it's something.
It's something in the right position. Do something right, man. Do something right out this motherfucker. Ugly ass. Little hands ass nigga. Do something right, man. So, says.
So you saw what they did to Kennedy.
Yeah. But Kennedy didn't think ahead. See, if he was really down for us, he would have had a couple of them Black Panthers in some of them same locations to hush the foolishness, just in case. He didn't think ahead.
Yeah, he was too busy up being Marilyn Monroe's ass and shit.
You hear me? Knee deep in it. Knee deep in it, boy. So yeah, it says it electrified the nation. So, this bucking the system so much, starting a war, killing. It also created in John Brown a figure who, after a century and a half, remains one of the most emotive touchstones of our racial history, lionized by some Americans and loathed by others. Few are indifferent. Brown's mantle has been claimed by figures as diverse as Malcolm X, Timothy McVeigh, socialist leader Eugene Debs, and abortion protesters espousing violence. Americans do not deliberate about John Brown. They feel him, says Dennis Fry. He is still alive today in the American soul. He represents something for each of us, but none of us is in agreement about what he means. So, the impact of Harper's Ferry quite literally transformed the nation. Y'all gotta hear what I just said. Because he came down south and bust some ass, it shook the nation. Hold on. Sometimes it don't matter about the right ass, because if you're looking for the right ass, you still playing it safe. But sometimes you just go and bust some ass and shake the motherfucking earth up. And then something is gonna happen for you. Nigga, y'all ain't hearing me playing it safe and shit. playing it safe. Soft ass niggas. Like, we shouldn't be here. I keep saying this shit every show, bro. We shouldn't be here. 98% of you niggas out here are the seeds of weak men. Nigga, you'll bust our ass, but you won't bust their ass. Come on. Let me, you know, I don't mean to preach.
Well, that's because nobody likes niggas. That's all it's about.
Niggas don't get it, bro. You ain't got to wait to find the perfect... Nigga, I can tell you who the enemy is, nigga. The enemy is the British, nigga. England, nigga. The motherfucking crown, nigga. They the ones that dispersed all over the earth. Nigga, and what you see right here in America, these are the bastard kids that didn't want to fall for what they was dealing out over there.
Yeah, Europe's worse.
They didn't want to pay taxes or none of that shit, so they broke off and did the same shit that the Britons did. Kill, steal, and destroy demons. Goddamn, here we are. They even had a war with Britain on our soil, nigga. Over taxes. Niggas done dumped the Boston Tea Party, bitch. Go read. Like, niggas, nigga, y'all don't get it. You niggas is playing. I don't want to hear no more excuses, nigga, from nobody. I don't want to hear no more blind dog talk, man. Just get away from me, man. Like, I don't want to hear no safe ass shit no more, man. If you really about what you say you about, man, it don't matter. Shake up the spot.
Started the slave trade after them.
Huh?
I said, after the Arabs and shit, you know what I mean? The British started the slave trade. Then it was American.
Come on, man.
Brazil, but yeah, everywhere.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
But yeah, the Arabs did that shit first, and they continue to do that shit too. We probably need to do a podcast about that shit.
My people perish for lack of knowledge. Niggas don't want to do no motherfucking work, not even for self. Look, man, look, we're gonna touch on this again, man. The impact from this man kicking ass in Harper's Ferry literally transformed the nation. The tide of anger that flowed from Harper's Ferry traumatized Americans of all persuasions, terrorizing Southerners with the fear of massive slave rebellions and radicalizing countless Northerners who had hoped that violent confrontation over slavery could be independently postponed. Nigga, are you hearing the secret weapon that I'm giving y'all? They got us down by fear, i.e. jail, i.e. death. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, if you play chess, if you make an offensive move by the draw, they get full of the fear that we as a main body carry. You know what I'm saying? They get full of fear. They panic, and they get panic in advance. All it takes is for them to hear about one motherfucker getting fucked up, and everybody else wondering which direction them bitches coming, because it could be us next, nigga. They afraid. They want to solve that shit to get that shit out the way. Y'all ain't hearing me. Am I being clear? Am I being clear?
Shit real, shit. Same rules apply today.
Y'all gotta lose that coward skirt, man, y'all wearing, man. Y'all gotta stop sitting down when you piss, man.
Yeah, because your life depends on it.
I see through all that shit, man. Y'all gotta stop sitting down when you piss, men. I don't want to hear that cool ass talk no more, man.
The lies definitely.
Bruh, niggas ain't really with that shit, man. Niggas ain't really about what they say they yield, man. Bruh, I don't want to hear no excuses, bruh. I know shock value. I've been on the front line. I ain't talking about no motherfucking America. I'm talking about combat, nigga. I've been on the front line. I know what shock value is, nigga. I know how to make a motherfucker obedient. I know how to make a motherfucker get right. You heard me. It's a real big difference when it's you against he. I almost wanted to say me, but you against he. It's a real big difference when you know the end result could be you clocking out. Fuck shit talking. Safe talking, nigga. Fuck nigga. I don't want to hear no more of that shit.
Like I always tell black people, keep in mind, racist white people, whole purpose of life is to kill you.
We supposed to be on go. We supposed to be on go at all times. We supposed to be on go. You hear me? Come on, man. Everything means something. We supposed to be on go at all times. You know what? You niggas have lost the connection with the real you due to whatever you put in you. But where there's a will, there's a way. Just make up the decision and take the first step. Put your hand to the plow, man. But on some real shit, hear this shit out, man. Man. Ugly ass niggas, man. Y'all so pussy, man. This shit should have been over with in the motherfucking 60s. You hear me, man?
Yeah, it was about to be, but then we wound up into the Martin Luther King said, into the burning house.
Y'all love this motherfucker more than y'all love what's really righteous. Y'all love this shit. Y'all attached to something that ain't even you. It ain't you. This ain't your home. I'm talking to niggas, man. This ain't your motherfucking home, but you attached to everything that ain't from where you from. You attached to everything that ain't even a part of the goal of why you even here.
Well, Babylon falling, so.
You hear me? Babylon balling. Yo, you might have just made your heaven. You might have just reached your height. Your days may be over. You know, it's easy for a man with excessive amounts of bread to tell another man, fuck you, nigga. And it's easy for a man, just like the rap niggas, to drop a bag on one of you niggas and get you up out of here.
Yeah.
Instead of dealing with it like we used to when we was young, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, nigga, you heard a nigga talking shit, talking dime, man. You had to, you know, either get in the car or get on your bicycle or, you know, walk up the road and knock on the nigga door and find out what's happening. And now, nigga, you know, exercise his fingers, you know, worried about how people perceive him and his image. And really don't be feeling like that deep down inside, but he got to stand up or the life that he's living could dissipate. And then here we go, drop the bag, and then another brother's gone.
Yeah.
All to save face. Man, really 100, man. Everybody around me really 100, man. Y'all niggas need to be able to see through the smoke. I see through the smoke. I don't say much, but I see through it. But because I guess the good Lord ignited a fire in us, this is where I'm going to air that shit out at. Y'all can put in your pipe, motherfucker, smoking, nigga. It's real anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I see through all that shit, man. A lot of you niggas done lost a lot of fight, man. A lot of you niggas probably never had none from the start.
That shit, I got my contingency plan.
I'm telling you. Let's see. These motherfuckers was terrorizing Southerners with the fear of massive slave rebellions and radicalizing countless Northerners who had hoped that violent confrontation over slavery could be indefinitely postponed. Them niggas want that shit not to happen. Please, bro, you fucked up one. Please don't come down here. Let something happen where you just don't have to make it down this way. Which way they coming again? What was they at when they did that shit? Yeah, that's what they was on. Before Harper's Ferry, leading politicians believed that the widening division between North and South would eventually yield to compromise. After it, the chasm appeared unbridgeable. Harper's Ferry splintered the Democratic Party, scrambled the leadership of the Republicans, and produced the conditions that enabled Republican Abraham Lincoln to defeat two Democrats and a third-party candidate in the presidential election of 1860, just before the Civil War. Y'all already know the Civil War, man, was about keeping them niggas on that motherfucking plantation, man. We want our niggas back. So, hey, man, they were fighting over us, man. Look, they about to fight over us in 2024, man, in the presidential election. They about to fight over us again, thinking they going to make America great again or take America back.
The only thing we ever meant to America is money.
Huh?
I said the only thing we ever meant to America was money. Is money.
Got us fucked up.
We the biggest spenders in the world. You know what I mean? But
Got us fucked up.
They can't stand us.
Fuck them. Had John Brown's raid.
All this shit to make racism illegal. Gotta stop all that shit, but they ain't gonna do no shit like that.
They ain't fired the right motherfucker yet. You know, they catch motherfuckers all the time that own these teams and shit that house us with these negative emails and voice notes and, you know, conversation, recorded conversation. Niggas, low down niggas are recording conversation. Whatever. Had John Brown's raid not occurred, it is very possible that the 1860 election would have been a regular two-party contest between anti-slavery Republicans and pro-slavery Democrats. It's amazing how the tongues have twisted a little bit so to think that they got us programmed down south like to be a Democrat means that you're... Huh?
I said they still Dixiecrats to me.
But we were programmed different to think Democrat is the way to go in the South.
Yeah, but that's all their strategy. It changed that shit.
Yeah.
They still the same people and shit. Biden is one of them motherfucking Dixiecrats.
Yeah, I can believe that.
All his old buddies from back in the Jim Crow era. He for that shit, and you wonder why he calling us names and shit. And why he don't like us. But he still got that same ass.
It says the Democrats would probably have won since Lincoln received just 40% of the popular vote, around 1 million votes less than his three opponents. While the Democrats split over slavery, Republican candidates such as William Seward were tarnished by their association with abolitionists. Lincoln, at the time, was regarded as one of his party's more conservative options. Okay, he had an open mind. John Brown was, in effect, a hammer that shattered Lincoln's opponents into fragments. Because Brown helped to disrupt the party system, Lincoln was carried to victory, which in turn led 11 states to secede from the Union. This in turn led to the Civil War. Oh man. Because they put it in their motherfucking face with facts and said, fuck all that shit, them people. Motherfuckers down south that lived off of the comfort of our labor and torture and death. and life, reproduction, um, felt some type of way, and these niggas went to war.
Yup.
So big mad. Um,
They all
it's
the niggas.
yeah. Say that.
They all the niggas.
Yeah. Fuck all the niggas, nigga. That's what they own.
You get them as our damn well see fit.
So well into the 20th century, uh, it was common to dismiss Brown as an irrational fanatic, or worse. Of course, they're gonna do that. In the rousing pro-Southern 1940 classic film Santa Fe Trail, actor Raymond Massey portrayed him as a wild-eyed madman. But the civil rights movement and a more thoughtful acknowledgement of the nation's racial problems have occasioned a more nuanced view. Brown was thought mad because he crossed the lines of permissible dissent, Stauffer says, but he was willing to sacrifice his life for the cause of black people. And for this, in a culture that was simply marinated in racism, he was called mad, demonized. Anybody that's ever tried to do something that goes against the Crown's established laws of this section of the earth has been demonized and at the maximum effort killed and covered up. Brown was a hard ass man, to be sure, built for times of trouble and fitted to grapple with the flintiest hardships. You know, this will remind me of my wife. Maybe I got a little John Brown in me, because I'm a hard ass man. My wife called me mean and grumpy daily.
Man.
Daily. She say I'm mean and grumpy, but she know I'm a provider, and she know I love her, and she know I'm a protector. But I ain't going for what I ain't going for. And I don't mind expressing that to you. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? That's what's in my mind. This is my life. I have to control the temperature of what I allow that comes to me and what goes from me. And at this phase of my life, peace is the maximum goal outside of paper. Straight up, peace. So whatever, you know, the cost of that is, and it's a high cost for that, I try to keep a little bit in my back pocket so I can afford it when necessary. When times get a little rough, I make a decision on what's peaceful for me, and I cash in on it.
Hell yeah. I ain't got nobody to answer to, so.
Hey, shout out to you, man. Don't put yourself in prison voluntarily. Because that's what it turned out to be sometimes. Instead of just a coasting, floating, enjoyable learning journey, in some situations it becomes into an unbearable, controlling one. And
I would love this. I just ain't in no rush to.
And a manipulative one mentally. Like, if you really woke, really free, you know you and you know the limits, and you don't abide by what's on paper or what people have concocted in their mind to be. You do what's best for you. Huh?
But that's why I might have to go outside America to find my queen.
You heard me. You ain't the only brother doing that.
No, a lot of motherfuckers doing that shit.
It's a wave right now where, you know, brothers are fed up with the ways of the Western Hemisphere, the thought process of the
That's
woman.
all the problem shit, you know what I mean? Like, the women I normally run into and shit, they always want them other motherfuckers and shit, Pookie and Ray Rays and shit.
How you get in a relationship just to spend your whole time keeping your nose to the ground, your goal is to catch a nigga into some shit. How you spend a whole relationship doing that every day? Like, how miserable are you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how miserable are you? Like, how weak are you too? Because whatever scarred you, you don't realize that you just having an experience here, a learning experience here that you're gonna carry on with you into your next phase of your journey. You know what I'm saying?
I can't security, man.
Huh?
That's one thing. I cannot stay in insecurity.
Bruh, I don't deal in none of that, bruh. I be called nonchalant, I be called mean, rude, whatever, nigga. Fuck all that shit, nigga. I ain't on that vibration. I don't really be cool with you. I don't give a fuck what you do. You know what I'm saying? It's your responsibility to be proper. It's your responsibility to be proper, not mine. To make sure that you are that. Whatever you gonna do, you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But I know who gonna give me them visions, who gonna give me them dreams, who gonna show me that shit. And then when that shit come into light, I've already seen it, I already was prepared for it, and there is no emotions about it. It's just a proper departure. Ain't nobody got time for feelings, emotions, and walking around here huffing and puffing and nagging and picking and poking and shit. Niggas out here dying.
See, the only women that actually come towards me and shit, and I can't fuck with them and shit. The fucking white chicks and shit.
Oh yeah, man.
Cause I do.
You know what? Yeah, they'll steal your power from you, man. Like I said on the last show, man. Like if a motherfucker could build a nigga, you got a lot of the components that they're looking for. Yeah.
I'm good, man. I can't be a part. I can't have my Batman life and shit. And they go home to Becky and shit. That shit ain't gonna work.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I know how they think.
No, you and Jay told us a story about that one time and shit. I forgot which one of the formations it was and shit. But it was a white girl that was all the way in the back and shit. They like, what the hell are you doing? She's like, my man is here. You know, your man where? He's in the formation. What? They got his name, man. They pulled that nigga out, disarmed him, stripped him and shit, and told him to go about his way. He told him that story. It might have been one of them, I think it was the one in Brunswick. The first one.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was that one and shit, but he was telling us on the Zoom joint and shit.
That was the Ahmaud Arbery situation. Yeah, that shit shook me up, man, when that happened.
Hey, man, got results, though. Got results with Breonna Taylor, too. Finally, all this shit, took all this shit come out.
I think that was the first time I had an involuntary primal scream. The day that I woke up and heard about Ahmaud Arbery. That shit like moved me spiritually, man. Like, you know, like enough is enough, because it was a rapido type of deal going on, man. We was taking the fall rapido.
Shit, they filmed this shit.
Huh?
I said they filmed this shit.
Whack, Mel. Whack.
Like they was gonna get off. And they almost got off.
Whack. Whack, yo.
That shit went public.
Shit, this nigga say.
Like, oh, you bring niggas down, what?
So, check this shit. Not only was this nigga John Brown hard as nails, Frederick Douglass felt a profound and lifelong empathy with the plight of slaves with him. he stood apart from every other white in the historical record in his ability to burst free from the power of racism. Blacks were among his closest friends, and in some respects, he felt more comfortable around blacks than he did around whites. He probably felt energy. You know, we got a natural loving aura about us when we engage people. You know what I'm saying? Like if we ain't gone, of course. You know what I'm saying? But naturally, like if you come to us, it's always with love.
I don't think he's going with that evil demon.
He wasn't fucking with it. Hey, you never know. He might have tripped up and fell in some black ass. And that just, you know, that zapped all the hate out of him. That probably zapped all the hate out of him if he tripped up and fell in some black ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you go black, you never go back. He was all the way in then. The only thing he was missing was nappy hair. He probably was saying, man, his diet changed up. Niggas got on the rampage and started killing.
Gotta preserve as much black ass as possible.
I'm telling you. Damn, I don't know if I want to go through all his motherfucking life and shit. Let me see if I can get to the meat and potato. They talking about where he was born at and shit. I want to get down to when he got the kicking ass.
So get to the good shit. Yeah, yo, it's crazy. And the thing is, he sounded like he was really a part of history.
He wasn't going for the bullshit, bro. Like, he saw through the fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? It says, political events of the 1850s turned Brown from a fierce, if essentially garden variety abolitionist into a man willing to take up arms, even die for his cause. The Fugitive Slave Law of 1850, which imposed draconian penalties on anyone caught helping a runaway and required all citizens to cooperate in the capture of fugitive slaves. Draconian penalties. This is the crown. I'm telling you who your enemy is. And so this shit was to cooperate in the capture of fugitive slaves, enraged Brown, and other abolitionists. In 1854, another act of Congress pushed still more Northerners beyond the limits of tolerance. See, you see what this shit is? This is a game of control. Okay, if we beat you at this and you don't have a law to defend it, then you go right back and make a law to defend it from ever happening again the next time around.
Yeah, read it again.
Thank you. That's crazy. Like, it's like a seesaw, up and down with it, right?
Read it again.
I got a good woman, man. She done brought me some blackberries, man. Country boy shit. I used to pick these off a motherfucking bush, man, when I was a kid, bruh. The goddamn blackberries. I used to pick these off a bush.
Shoot, that was the name of my disciplinary teacher in high school. His name was John Brown. He's black dude though, of course.
That son of a gun, soft too, boy. I never liked the seeds.
Yeah, I saw him at my reunion too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I do.
I think it was my 20-year reunion. Well, that was 2015. Yeah, he was there.
Man.
I didn't know how to work my phone and shit. And,
I haven't ate these in years.
the light, it's kind of dark, yeah. and shit. But yeah, I got pictures with him and everything.
Straight up?
Yeah, Mr. Brown. He was cool as shit too. I ain't deserve to pass his class and shit, but he passed me anyway. Give the niggas a chance.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, do these amount of chapters and shit. The more chapters you do, the higher grade you get. But everybody was failing that motherfucking class.
My dog drinking a big ass bottle of water too.
He was a political science teacher.
I love political science when I was in college.
I ain't like that shit when I was younger and shit. I'm into that shit now, though.
I loved it back in the day.
I ain't know politics. That was when I first started learning about Illuminati and all that other shit.
Yeah, that shit open up doors, don't it, when you take courses like that?
Well, I didn't take the courses and shit. They had courses for that. But the students knew. Like videotapes and shit circulating and shit. But they had to get that shit back. And they were telling us shit that was going to happen today. Like how all these little guys going to come out of nowhere and shit. Which, like, entertainment, basically. How, the market of beasts and all that other shit. And, I mean, the New World Order and all that shit. When I first learned about that shit scared the shit out of me at first.
That's when you know the Antichrist was about to show up.
And the more open my eyes got, I started paying attention to shit. And shit just started happening. You see shit clear. Like that was when my third eye opened up.
It ain't hard to get that third eye to open up either, man. Take a little effort.
Yeah, but you gotta wanna have it open and shit. Some motherfuckers choose to keep it closed. They don't wanna see it and shit. But it's there and shit. It'll be like an ostrich and shit. Put your motherfucking head in the sand.
Man, stuck in a motherfucker, man, with a lot of years wasted. Man, I hope y'all scooping up these pearls that we leaving by the roadside. Man. Out the gate.
Motherfucker, man, but you know, and you realize that shit, that this is Satan's world and why shit is happening the way it's happening and shit. But its time is up. Its time been up since 2019. That was the year to return. So that's why everything is being exposed now.
Kind of boogie.
They just exposed some slavery and shit that they doing with the motherfucking the dreamers and shit, the people that just got here from Venezuela and shit. They got them making 20 cents a day.
Yeah. Hey, melanated people, y'all need to start building a contingency plan to come from up out of Babylon before she set a fire.
Yeah, shit. The human trafficking shit gonna be exposed. All this shit gonna be exposed.
Yeah, and once they do that, some motherfucker gonna flip the switch to dispose to kill everything. So hey man, y'all need to be trying to come up out of Babylon. Get a contingency plan, come up out of Babylon, aka America 3Ks. Let's see.
Well, Babylon is a Western society, period. It is America, but it's America, Europe, wherever the fuckery is going down, Western society.
Already.
And the Garden of Eden is you know where.
Tell them. Tell them.
I said, yeah, it's Africa.
Tell them. There you go. Tell them. The center of the earth. the direction you should pray. East.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me
They
see.
pray out there, boy. Woo, do they pray?
I'm trying to tell you. I'm facing
But,
east right now, bro.
Yeah, but most of them is Muslims too.
I'm facing east right now intentionally.
I ain't running to no Christians in there.
No, man, very rare. Allah is big on in the Eastern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
Allah is big wherever they ain't at. But understand this, Allah is just a name of a title. God. That's all Allah means is God. It's not a name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he has many names.
Many.
Just like Satan has many names.
For shiggity. And don't think Satan ain't impersonating the Most High through some of these people to dupe you, to confuse you, to twist your ass up. Don't think he won't go to the extreme if he already plotting to sit on the throne.
Yeah, he does followers and shit. Why you think they trying to kill us off?
Come on, man.
Children of creator.
Wake up, man. Go back and rewind this shit from the beginning, what I said, man. Like, a nigga. Come on, man. The Fugitive Slave Law of 1850, which imposed draconian penalties on anyone caught helping a runaway and required all citizens to cooperate in the capture of fugitive slaves, enraged Brown and other abolitionists. In 1854, another act of Congress pushed still more Northerners beyond the limits of tolerance. Under pressure from the South and its Democratic allies in the North, Congress opened the territories of Kansas and Nebraska to slavery under a concept called popular sovereignty. The more northerly Nebraska was in little danger of becoming a slave state. Kansas, however, was up for grabs. Pro-slavery advocates, the meanest and most desperate of men, armed to the teeth with revolvers, bowie knives, rifles, and cannon, while they are not only thoroughly organized but underpay from slave holders, John Brown Jr. wrote to his father, poured into Kansas from Missouri. Anti-settlers begged for guns and reinforcements. Among the thousands of abolitionists who left their farms, workshops, or schools to respond to the call were John Brown and 5 of his sons. Brown himself arrived in Kansas in October 1855, driving a wagon loaded with rifles he had picked up in Ohio and Illinois, determined, he said, to help defeat Satan and his legions. Come on, bro. Come on, man. The few, the proud, the brave.
Sound like the preacher.
Come on, man. What a few, the proud, the brave, and why it can't be the most, the ignited warriors. Like, come on. What the fuck? What the fuck? Y'all niggas is comfortable in this shit. So I'm gonna try to breeze through a little bit more of this, man, and then we're gonna cut this off. And I see where I'm gonna stop at, where it say Africa. Okay, so it says in May 1856, pro-slavery raiders sacked Lawrence, Kansas, in an orgy of burning and looting. Almost simultaneously, Brown learned that Charles Sumner of Massachusetts, the most outspoken abolitionist in the U.S. Senate, had been beaten senseless on the floor of the chamber by a cane-wielding congressman from South Carolina. Brown, raged at the North's apparent helplessness, advised to act with restraint. He retorted, "Caution, caution, sir. I am eternally tired of hearing the word caution. It is nothing but the word of cowardice. Come on, man, you safe ass motherfuckers. A party of free skaters led by Brown dragged 5 pro-slavery men out of their isolated cabins on eastern Kansas's Pottawatomie Creek and hacked them to death with cutlasses. Come on, man. Link up. Link up. Got on that ass, you did. This is keeping it real, like cutting through the fat and getting straight to the lane, shooting straight in the middle of your fucking face, cutting through the bullshit, shooting it out the window. Fuck all that. Fuck all that soft shit. Woo. Say again, bro.
I said they ain't being soft towards us.
At all. Come on, man. Come on, man. All you weak ass C's. The horrific nature of the murders disturbed even abolitionists. Hey, and they say this nigga was unrepentant. He would not repent for what he did. I wouldn't either. I ain't gonna say I wouldn't. I ain't gone. They said Brown was unrepentant. He said, God is my judge. Basically, fuck you niggas. I don't give a fuck what you think. I don't give a fuck what you think. This would need to be done.
Told you, man, ain't want no joke.
You dodgeball ass all Americans. You niggas is dodging smoke, nigga. Dodging smoke, nigga, when this is the way. It's the way of existence. This how everything got. Boss some.
This is a simple test. You want to know how you can rule out the racist? Ask them if they support reparation. You'll get your answer. They'll tell you the truth about that.
I gotta put that in a verse, nigga. I'm unrepentant like John Brown. I'm unrepentant like John Brown. I gotta put that in a verse. I gotta figure out how to tag that into a metaphor. Unrepentant like John Brown. God is my judge. He laconically replied when asked to account for his actions. Though he was a wanted man who hid out for a time, Brown eluded capture in the anarchic conditions that pervaded Kansas. He took them bitch ass niggas to the cold, to the rough ass terrain that they wasn't used to. It wasn't nothing comfortable out there. Indeed, almost no one, pro-slavery or anti-slavery, was ever arraigned in a court for killings that took place during the guerrilla war there. The murders, however, ignited reprisals. Pro-slavery border ruffians raided free staters' homesteads. So the bitch ass niggas was fucking with the niggas that had it made. Abolitionists fought back, hamlets were burned, farms abandoned. Niggas were still pussy. Brown's son Frederick, who had participated in the Pottawatomie Creek massacre, was shot dead by a pro-slavery man. Although Brown survived many brushes with opponents, he seemed to sense his own fate. In August of 1856, he told his son Jason, I have only a short time to live, only one death to die, and I will die fighting for this cause. G. By almost any definition, the Pottawatomie killings were a terrorist act, as usual, intended to sow fear. Niggas always want to try to make a nigga scared. Nigga, where y'all gonna get out of them shaking ass boots, man? Sow fear in slavery's defenders, come on, man. This their only weapon fist, so they're gonna do something irate to make an example, hoping that because you don't want to experience that, you gonna back the fuck off. And what y'all do, back the fuck off. So it says, and this motherfucker Brown viewed slavery as a state of war against blacks, a system of torture, rape, oppression, and murder. Basically, lawless times for one side of the fence, where you could just basically do whatever the fuck you want to, whoever you want to benefit off of it. Yeah, a system of torture, rape, oppression, and murder, and saw himself as a soldier in the army of the Lord against slavery. Kansas was Brown's trial by fire, his initiation into violence, his preparation for real war. By 1859, when he raided Harper's Ferry, Brown was ready, in his own words, to take the war into Africa. That is into the South, because that's where we was at. He was ready to take that war in the little Africa, nigga, down south, nigga.
Yeah, he was trying to free all black people.
Right, you hear me?
You gonna take that boat over there and start slashing white folks.
You hear me? Hey, look, we're gonna stop right there. And we're gonna continue on with Mr. John Brown in the next segment. Probably
He would have changed it.
Huh?
He was on the course of changing history. That's why they killed him. But yeah, we'll get into that next time.
We'll get at him on the next show. Keep him out. See, this is the direction that we got going on. Shout out to All I Do Is Win, man. My dog, you know, he come up with these subjects that we should talk on, man, and they lead in certain directions. So this one right here, Mr. John Brown, that we talking about, this nigga talking about how real and 100 he was and how he went to the mat. We're going to see how many of y'all really go to the mat when shit hit the fan.
It's a few more white people out there that was for the cause. For real.
Hey, man, like I said, man, you know, before we got started, I got a play uncle that's white. You know what I'm saying? That man was an assistant pimp with my father when my father was pimping it strong. You know what I'm saying? He was an assistant pimp. He learned the game from my pops. He learned the dress code. You know, the first woman was a black woman, and he ain't never had no white woman. After, you know, all he knows is black. His children are swirled. You know, so yeah, I know it's some down. And on top of that, I got a play white son. You know what I'm saying? Young T-Man. And there's a lot of things that I know that he saw in me when he was younger that I see reflecting out of him now. Like, I always had an infatuation with guns. That motherfucker, a gun shooting, owning motherfucker, he got guns galore. He trained himself. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's my son though. If you ask him, he gonna tell you, man, that man like my father.
Yeah.
Straight up. So I know it's some out there that's down. You know what I'm saying? But when that pressure really comes, we're gonna see how many John Browns out there. Hey, and on the cool, some of you niggas, I ain't gonna say niggas, some of y'all out there, if you is down, you know how we get our heroes tattooed on us, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther, you know, Khalid Muhammad, all them cats. Y'all need to get John Brown tatted on y'all, man. Yeah, and wait till people that look like you see that and ask you who he is, and they actually know the history out of it, see the response you get from that. Come on, you down?
I don't know who the hell he is.
Hey, man, you down? You know what I'm saying? You down? Just be like, that's the great John Brown, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know who that is?
They don't talk about this dude at all, man.
Do your homework. I'm getting you something right now. So, yeah, we're going to stop right here. And I guess in between Friday and Sunday, somewhere in that time frame, we'll come back and start a part 2 of this right here, because this shit is kind of dope so far.
Yes, sir. For you, definitely.
Yeah, we'll come back and handle this, man.
And I will be taking my shots next time. I just ain't taking them tonight.
Okay, I'll be ready. Ginned up. Y'all, if y'all got questions, man, leave a comment down at the bottom. If you want to get a little more intimate in conversation, man, get us on our IG, man, at the Born Again Believers MF. DM us, man. Follow us on that motherfucker too, man. Like I always say about this time, man, pass this motherfucker on to somebody black. Pass this motherfucker, share this motherfucker with somebody black, man. Don't give it to the devil just yet, man. Let that motherfucker stumble up on us on accident, you know what I'm saying? And be like, well, damn, I done found the camp. I done found the camp where the dark is at. Yeah, whatever, nigga. Keep it black right now, man. Share this motherfucker, man, please. Thank y'all for the organic love. Thank you for the organic numbers. We ain't cheating this. We know it's a marathon. Thank you, bro.
Hey, man.
As always, that man been sliding. You got anything you want to say to the people?
Hey, man, we love y'all. We always have. We always will. Can't wait to see y'all next time, man.
Okay. I can't wait till we get this shit hooked up, man. Well, they can see your face, man. And, you know, put a face with the voice, man. And
yeah, the round table and shit.
We're going to fix this shit. I'm getting my weight up. I'm already plotting.
Hey, you know what you gotta do.
I'm going to handle it. Also, man, my album is coming October 17th, man. Album of the year. That's what it's called. I'll be posting the links, man, in the future when they get ready to hit all platforms. I'm going to fuck y'all heads up with that one. I'm just going to say that loud and clear. Shout out to the brethren that ain't here tonight. That's part of the circle, the team. Shout out King Andy. Shout out King LB. Shout out the Angry Black Man. Shout out King Khan. Shout out T Fox.
Yes, sir, man. Miss all y'all, man.
Yo, on everything. We're going to have a deep down in the valley with the Kings roundtable meeting. But we just have a free fall conversation and catch up, man. Maybe Friday night if everybody ain't got nothing going on. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Check it out and see. And we just come on here and talk our jive. Yeah. See if we can make that happen, man. So y'all could definitely meet T Fox. We had T Fox on the phone Sunday, man, with us, man. But my man, the mayor here, his internet was giving him a hard time up there, man. So we didn't get to introduce T Fox to y'all, one of the co-founders of this whole platform that ain't never been on one show. Everybody hit me up, man. Everybody said, man, we came up with that show, man, and you just took off with that bitch like, pew. And I was like, I know, man. I said I had to go, but I also know that your life, you know what I'm saying, the way that his life set up, he a busy man. He pulled, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of directions, so he really ain't got sit-down time like that. And he a husband, and he a father. Man, so if I can try to, Fox, if you're out there, if you watch this one again, man, because I know he watch our shows. If you're out there, man, if you want to get down in the Valley of the Kings, man, on Friday night, bro, I'm going to get you up in this motherfucker, bro. We ain't going to do nothing but talk shit that night, man. You know what I'm saying? And be human. Be human so y'all can motherfucker just see, hey, man, these niggas smart, but these niggas cool as a motherfucker for real, man. Man, link up like-minded, man. Don't bring no babbage over here, man. Don't come over here with none of that bonk. That's it for me.
Yes, sir. We all at y'all, man.
That's it, man.
Safe.
Hey, peace, man.
Peace
Love,
out.
man. We're gonna holler. Yeah.